So, welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Tim. So today we're going to be doing a walk around video of our 2015 Ford Falcon XR6. Now this is the FGX model, so this is the end of an era. This is the last of the Ford Falcons, the Australian built cars. I'll start this video off by saying at the time they ceased production of the Ford Falcon, it was actually the second longest production car still in production at that point in time. So starting in this video, we're going to walk around the outside of the car, go through the quality of the vehicle, then we're going to go inside the car, have a look at the interior and all of the features as well. So this car is in the Arctic white colour, which is a very nice white. It doesn't look like your standard tradie white that you get on a lot of other cars as well. We've got a nice big black grille in the centre here with the silver XR6 badging just down here, colour coded front sensors, fog light below and our nice headlight across here. This does have the daylight running lights here, which sort of look like two J's, which really break up the two sides of headlights and high beams as well. Looking across the front of the bonnet, there are a couple of minor dents and stone chips, like maybe 3 or 4, but that's about it. One down here. There really isn't much to pick on with this car, which is very, very good to see. And like I said, that white colour that Ford came out with was really, really good as well. Now moving down here to the side, we do have nice deep tyre tread with our alloy rim here. No scuffing on this wheel, which is really, really good to see. It presents awesomely. Our side indicator built into the guard here with a nice little venting effect around the outside of it. Colour-coded side mirrors as well as colour-coded door handles. You get a nice side skirt. Comes out the car here, giving the car a nice contour and shape to it. A little bit more aggressive look coming from the FG Falcon design as well. Moving down here, just a little bit of dust. I'm just having a look at some marks for you. There are some down here along the back of the passenger door, but other than that, this side of the car presents very, very well. Once again, practically brand new tyre with another alloy rim with no scuffing on it whatsoever. Moving around to the back of the car, you'll see the tail light wrap around the back here and come onto the boot with a nice silver garnish across the middle, just below the iconic Ford badge as well. Down here we just have our colour-coded reverse sensors and a nice reverse camera as well. I'm going to open up the boot here, and you'll see that in the back of the boot you do have the Ford design with the dip in the middle, really maximising the amount of space that you have in the back of these, and a lot of things do just fit nicely in there as well. It's a very good design, I feel. And having a look under here, and you got a nice height to it as well. And you do have a nice little interior light for when you're opening things during the night. So if you look under here, you'll see that this car does have the space saver wheel with it, but it's never been used or fitted to the vehicle, which is very, very good to see. So you got a carpet finish on the inside of the boot to really round off the whole back end of the car. Like I said, just nice little touches. Ford really put the effort into it. You've got a high mount stoplight here in the rear spoiler too. Moving around now to the passenger side, Ford, being an Australian design car, they put their petrol tank here on the left hand side in case you did run into trouble, need to fill up on the side of the road. You're not standing on the side of the road where cars are whizzing past you. So that's a safety feature right there, and I have no idea why Holden didn't think of that either. So under here we got a nice deep tyre tread and another perfect alloy rim. Moving down the side of the car, we got... I'm just trying to find some marks for you, just trying to be as picky as I can. We do have this nice black finish around the windows, really breaking up that white colour as well. There's no marks down the side of this car, which is very good to see. Once again, side indicator just built in here to the front guard. Brand new tyre once again, and the last rim is looking with no scuffing. So this car's been very, very well looked after, and it's just so far in beautiful condition. Now I'm going to pop the bonnet and we're going to talk about one of the really good pinnacle feats of Australian engineering, the Barra 195 engine. This engine is absolutely awesome. The XR6 Turbo Sprint version of this car, which just had a turbo fitted to it, same engine, different tune, actually won Australia's best muscle car ever. So the Barra has got the perfect mix of power. Being an inline-six engine, you do have the torque band coming on nice and early, giving you a good feel for the car right away without having to rev it too high and use too much petrol. And look how clean this engine bay is in here. It's very, very nice. Now, like the name of the engine, the Barra 195 would have you believe this car does put out 195 kilowatts of power and 391 newton meters of torque, and it does reach its maximum number of newton meters of torque at 3,250 RPM. So quite low in the rev range, you are getting the good solid amount of power out of it. Behind this engine is the 6-speed ZF gearbox. Now this ZF gearbox is also the best gearbox that Ford released. It's absolutely bulletproof. There are cars out there that are putting out insane amounts of power, and this gearbox is really, it's standing up to it. Like I said, this car is really bulletproof as far as that's concerned. We do have a 68 litre tank, which will give you around 9.5 litres per 100 kilometres combined, so average. putting out that much power with all the new meters going on so early in the rev range, that is really, really impressive. We can average about 716 kilometers out of the full tank of fuel as well. And this car does have 6 airbags, 5-star ANCAP safety rating. Alright, moving to the interior now of our FGX. This car does have a lot of features and it's really designed for comfort driving. They drive beautifully as well. Ford went to the effort with their last breath of design with the budget they were given, and they improved the drivabilities of the car instead of revolutionising the interior, and they really polished up some things as well. So moving over here to my right, we do have our electric mirror control, full electric window control just below that with a child lock. Move the steering wheel to the right, you'll see this car does have 2 keys, and on the right hand control arm you've got your headlight control as well as your indicators. Over here on the left we've got our windscreen wiper control as well. On the steering wheel itself, it is nicely designed, perfect condition, this steering wheel, and it's ergonomically designed for no matter where you hold it. It just perfectly fits in your hand. It's nice and stiff as well, giving you a very good feel for driving the car. These cars, like I said, you have to drive them to really appreciate them. They just drive so beautifully. Over here on the right, we've got our cruise control and voice settings, because we can actually tell the car where we want to go, and it will give us directions, having the navigation upgrade in this vehicle. Over here on the left, we've got full Bluetooth control as well. Moving to the center of the car, here we have our Ford's Sync 2 system. This is a very, very well designed system. I quite enjoy this system. They use it in all their modern vehicles. It is a 4-screen setup. So in the top left, you got your phone, bottom left, entertainment, bottom right, climate control, top right, navigation. All you do, watch how quickly it responds to my finger as well. Just tap on it, and there you go. Gives you a safety warning because the car's on. Fires up, navigation, look how clear that is. Like I said, you can tell it where you want to go. It will give you directions. Bottom right, brings up climate control. Bottom left, your full media settings for your FM radio, digital radio, AM, CD, USB, Bluetooth, SD card, and auxiliary as well. Top left, if we had a phone pad to it, there would be all your phone options. If you want to go back to the start, just hit home, and there you are back at the start. You got your settings control as well, with a lot to really play with in here, which is really good to see. Just down from that, we got 2 vents, and in here we got all our hard buttons for all of our climate control, CD player, all of our hard buttons for our media, parking sensor, traction control, and lock and unlock button for the doors. Just down here, we've got a 12-volt power socket as well. A little bit of storage under here and here. Very good to see. This is actually designed, you can buy little tissue boxes, and it's actually designed to perfectly fit in here that you can pull out from service stations as well. I'll pop it into reverse. We'll have a look at our reverse camera. So there's our nice reverse camera. Move the steering wheel and it projects where the car's going to go, making reversing very, very easy in this vehicle. Go into drive and you can put into sports mode and manually shift through the gears. Like I said, 6-speed gearbox. These things change beautifully. It really give you nice drivability. You've got really good quality leather boot on the bottom of that, as with the handbrake, really great quality as well. 2 cup holders just here, and then moving back from that, in here we do have a really, really deep, nice, easy to use center console with our line-in SD card for our sat nav, as well as our 2 USB ports. Looking at the rest of the interior itself, this car does have the black roof, black sides, and it's got small speakers here in the A-pillars as well. And moving across the dash itself, we've got this nice finish on the dash with the silver to break up all the dark colours on the interior. The cloth seats are really comfy to sit in, nice bucket effect. While my cameraman looks around the car and has a look in the back as well, I'm going to have a look at the service history. This car has done 68,000 Ks. Looks like it's only done 30. It's in such good condition. You could fool me into thinking it's done 30. So the first service was carried out at 3,000 Ks, second at 15, 29, 46, 63, so a little bit of a gap. That's 17,000 Ks, not too much there, but then they made up for it by getting the next one done at 68,000 Ks, which we performed. So it's not due for new service. Tyres, paint's in awesome condition. The whole car's in brilliant condition as well, as you can see from the video panning around the interior of the car. Being one of the last of the Australian icons Falcons, like I said, the Falcon was present between around 1960 to 2015, so that's 55 years of the single line of car being built. Like I said, the second oldest in the world, Australian icon. There's really nothing more to it than that. Brilliant engine in it. I can't think of any reasons not to buy one of these cars. So please give us a call on 9907 0555 and one of our friendly staff would be happy to help with your inquiry.